Hi, welcome to Math 114. I will be your professor. My name is Victor Piercy. I like to go by my first name, Victor. So when you speak with me, if we chat or if you send me an email, go ahead and just use my first name. I do want to mention when I say that there are some faculty members, particularly women and minorities, whose academic accomplishments are often not as valued by the community as they're supposed to be, and so they may ask that you call them Dr. So and so or Professor so and so. So please abide by those requests. And when in doubt, address your professors as Dr. Blah or Professor Blah. For me, you don't have to doubt. Just go by my first name. I'm going to say a little bit just about who I am and what I like. And then I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself in a in a discussion board. So first thing that's kind of unusual about me is that math is a second career for me. My first career was as a lawyer. So it's kind of a long story, but the short and long of it is I was really interested in the transition to democracy and capitalism in Russia in the 1990s. And that got me interested in law school. So I went to law school, uh, graduated, got my law degree, went on and practiced at a firm called Weil, Gotshal and Manges in New York City. Practiced there for 2 years. I knew within the first, I'd say, month that I wanted to get out. It just took me a couple of years to formulate and execute an escape plan. And then I got into math. How did I get into math? Well, when I was interested in the transition in Russia, I was interested in economics. And so I decided to take some calculus and I fell in love with math. So when I was trying to figure out what to do with my life, when I found my life as a lawyer was miserable, I went ahead and thought back to how much I love those math courses and then moved in that direction. Yep. So some things I enjoy doing. Well, I still very much enjoy history, which was my first major in college. I like to read popular history books. By that I mean the kind of books you can find on, that are marketed towards a general population. I love all kinds of history. I've read a number of presidential biographies, probably of biographies of about two-thirds of our presidents. I've read a lot on Russian and European history. I've recently started reading a little bit on Chinese history. So that's an area of interest. I also enjoy music quite a bit. I play guitar and have lessons up here in Big Rapids once a week, which is a lot of fun. I particularly like kind of 80s hair metal type stuff, mostly 80s music because that's what I grew up with, I suppose. So, anyhow, that's a little bit about me. I also want to say just a couple words about what you're going to find in this course. So this is my first time making videos and creating a course like this. So one of the things I just want to caution you that you're going to find is that the quality of the videos are going to change. Right? So sections 1.1 and 1.2, the quality is, I mean, it'll get by. You should be able to learn what you need to learn. But then I got some help, and so 1.3 and 1.4 and beyond are going to be a little bit better. And then I may learn new tips as we go forward into the course. At the point I'm making this video, I've only gotten through 1.4. And I'm going to continue to try to kind of make videos and be ahead of y'all so that you can move at the pace that I'm asking you to move at. So anyhow, if some of you know a lot about videos and you can give me some tips. For those of you in the know, I'm using OBS Studio to record videos and then DaVinci Reserve 17 for editing. So if you know some tips or have some great ideas, I'm all ears. Well, I hope you enjoy the course. I'm really hoping that you'll saw in the syllabus that the first 10 weeks is where you get the content, and then the last 5 weeks you're going to do a project, and the project will give you a deep dive into some of the content where you'll master that content, and you'll have some choices of projects. Most of this course is still kind of geared towards gaming, although I know a number of you were added into this section who are in majors such as business or health professions or social work. So I'm going to have a few examples in those areas, but much of it will still be geared towards gaming. And I'll try to gear it in a way so that you don't have to be a hardcore gamer to get it. I'm actually not a hardcore gamer, but there's a lot of cool stuff that mathematical stuff you can do. So we'll get into that. Any event, any tips you have, I'm all ears. Happy to learn something new. And I'm hoping the first 10 weeks of the course are simple for you. I want to keep that simple. And then the last 5 weeks, well, I'm hoping will be more intense. you'll have some complications in your projects and you have to learn to manage those complications. If you need any additional resources, like, oh, I'd really like to have a review video going over percentages, I'm happy to do so. All you have to do is ask. Right? All right. Well, I hope this course is useful for you, and I will see you in the course.